Hey everyone, this is Doug coming to you from the kitchen again. So today I've got another Chilean recipe for you. So one thing that I ate, not as frequently as a completo or as eagerly as a Goliath, was a sandwich called the Churrasco Sandwich. Now, a Churrasco sandwich is very similar to that of a completo with only really two primary differences. The first main difference being that instead of on a hot dog bun, it was served on a sandwich bun that they make down there. Although, I saw plenty of places that sold them on hot dog buns too. The other difference was instead of a hot dog sausage, they used steak instead. Now, I've decided that I'm going to make this, but I don't want to keep, just showing the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to make a few changes and improvements to this to make a special Dougie variant of the Churrasco sandwich. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. Now, I've already done some of the prep work. I've already prepared the avocados with the salt and lemon juice and then pureed it. Again, not to be confused with guacamole. It's just salt, lemon juice, and mashed up avocado. And then I've got tomatoes here that have already been peeled. I just need to chop them and then add on the salt and lemon juice again. Then for the steak, I'm going to use Philly cheesesteak because that was pretty much, this is about what they used for the Churrasco steak sandwiches. But then I'm also going to put on some pepper jack cheese that I'm going to melt over that. And then instead of just regular sandwich bread, I'm going to toast, or slice up and toast some French bread to make a nice big bun for that. So let's go ahead and get started. Now this one's going to be a little bit different today because we're actually going to cook something instead of just assemble a bunch of deli products. So I've already gone ahead and sprayed the olive oil on here. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Let's heat up on that a little bit. Okay. And I want this to be a really meaty sandwich, so we're going to cook all 4 of these. But we'll go ahead and cook these first. And get my father's trusty spatula here. And then I'll see the floor. And because this is such hot and heavy work, I'm going to pour myself a nice tasty glass of cherry Pepsi. My little ammo belt here. Okay. Scoop that out of the way. Okay. Alright. Now then. Good so far. Spread that around a little bit there. Get it all cooking up in the olive oil and its own natural juices. Now, for those of y'all who are uninitiated in the ways of Philly cheesesteak, they start off with as these solid little patties. Then, as you fry them and you cook them, they kind of spread apart into a nice little spread of meat, like that. Here, let me show you. So, spread how they kind of break apart like that. And they don't take very long to cook either, which is another nice feature about them. So, yep. Got the fork. Alright. Break that up there. Yeah. Okay. That should cook up nice and quick. And I'm just going to go ahead and add these other 2 in here as well. So that way it's all cooked up at once here. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah. Now Philly cheesesteak is good, even when you're making an actual Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Just because the meat, I find, is not hard to cook, it's easy to get, pretty cheap at Walmart, or any other local retailer or what have you. And it's just, you just cook it around like that, and it's good. It doesn't take long for it to separate. Now, I suppose if I was a little bit more ambitious, I'd probably put some kind of seasoning on here, but the thing is, in chili, seasoning, I noticed, at least from where I was standing anyway, They don't do much in the way of seasoning with the exception of condiments or like a handful of cilantro. Now, I personally do not care for cilantro, so we're just going to go ahead and omit that forever for my cooking channel. Alright, this is all starting to cook up real nice. It's getting all nice and brown. Okay. Getting there soon. Take a little sip here. Like they say, you gotta stay hydrated while you're working. Oh yeah, let's break it apart real nice. Break it apart real nice. Let me show you all that again. Yeah, looking good. Now, for all of you new guys out there that are just learning how to cook, you never want to have any pink in your meat, unless you're cooking your steak to be on the rare side. But for a Churrasco sandwich, you do not want to have any pink in your meat, so I'm going to make sure this is all nice, solid brown. That. Alright, go ahead and keep cooking up here. This will really making the Churrasco sandwich. This is probably going to be the only difficult part because it's just, it requires you to actually cook the meat. The rest of the time, it's just going to be assembling a sandwich per the norm. So that is looking good. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and let that simmer for a hot sec. Alright. And while that's cooking, let's go ahead and get let's see here. Go ahead and get to chopping these here tomatoes. Okay. Already got them skinned, so we'll just go ahead and. Oh yeah, these were really good. I peeled them. It was almost kind of like peeling a potato almost. Everything was just nice, firm. I'd like to eat that piece here. Oh yeah. That is a nice sweet tomato. Alright, now I have 2 tomatoes, so I'm not gonna need both of them to make this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little side dish that I had frequently down there. These to the side here, and I'll pour some salt and lemon juice to those later. Down in there. So a common side dish that they have in Chile is it's just straight up tomato. Straight up tomato. It's had some salt and lemon juice poured on it, and it's just eaten like this. It was always really good. And so I think with this sandwich, I'm going to do that. Oop, it's up here. Oh, yeah, this last piece is giving me a little trouble. All right, there we go. And I'm just going to put them in this little bowl here. Okay, meat's looking good. And then pouring lemon juice. And a bit of salt. Alright, and then that will be back for that. Okay, how's our steak looking? Oh yeah! Alright. That's cook up a little bit longer. Just about done there. Okay. Turn the heat down just a little bit. Okay. Now we got that taken care of. Go ahead and wash my knife real quick. You always want to make sure your tools stay clean, otherwise you're going to have yourself a bad time later on down the road with some kind of food poison or something. You don't want that. Alright. Put you up here. You know, guys, there's really nothing more satisfying than making your own food. Now, don't get me wrong. My mother is a fantastic cook. All of this here on my belly is not just happy, but there is a lot to be said for being able to make your own stuff. And I find that true of cooking and use most things. That steak is looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off real quick here. Oh, okay. All right. And scooch this over here real quick. All right, let that simmer there. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we got the steak cooked. So now we're going to move on to the next important bit: toasting the French bread. Now, over the course of these past couple of days after I did my last video, I realized that to do this with a toasted bun would be amazing. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, that Philly cheesesteak is smelling good. It smells amazing. I wish that smell-o-vision had really taken off back in the day. All right. Now, in my last video, I talked about how if bread's got a little bit of crunch to it, it's still really good, and that is true. This bread is a little bit softer. It doesn't have as much crunch, but I think it'll still... Yeah, that's still gonna be... Actually, it's probably... it might actually be a little bit more in line with what I had in chili, so... Okay. Go ahead and... I'm gonna slice up this here bread. Nice even cut. It's gonna be a little tricky, but if you got a good steady hand, ain't nothing you can't do. Oh yeah. And you're gonna want it to be about yay thick. So go ahead and slice up another bit here. Okay. And once again, about yay thick. Alright. Now, for any of y'all who have ever made a grilled cheese sandwich, you probably know what's about to happen. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So, to toast the bread, what I'm going to do, get that down about 2.5. Okay. Is we're going to butter the bread on one side. Get all nice and buttered up. Okay. And then, alright, and then we got another frying pan here, and so we're going to use that to grill the bread here. Alright. So, let's go ahead and you know what, I'm going to, if I can spray just a little olive oil on there, just for a little added flavor there. Alright. So, and, okay. And then we're going to take the pepper jack cheese, and as this is grilling, this cheese has already been melting a little bit, just because it's been here as I put all this other stuff. So this shouldn't take too long to get to that perfect gooey goodness. Alright. And then using this here spatula. For now, I have to use, my parents' kitchen and such, just because I'm currently residing with them. But I have to say, it's good to have a well-stocked kitchen. It's got all the tools that I need to be able to make this stuff. Because when I lived in Chile, most of my cooking stuff involved one fork, one plate, and one very large cup. And that was about all I had to be able to cook with. So mostly it was stuff like omelets or soup broths and stuff like that. But, over the years I've gotten pretty good at cooking, so. Alright. Okay, now I like mine a little bit, not super toasted, but enough to be on the crunchy side. I don't like super dark toasted stuff, but if you want to cook a little bit longer for some darker grilling, that's up to you. But for me personally, I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit on the light side. Alright. Oh. But friends, for real, I'm having a blast doing this. And cooking is like any other art form. If you do it for fun, the experience is just all that more enjoyable. I don't know. That's some fortune cookie wisdom, I guess, but. Alright. Let's see here. Look at you there. Uh-huh. How you looking here, my friend? Oh. Alright, just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And meanwhile, go ahead and get this ready to stir it up in a bowl. That way I don't put too much grease in the bowl. Alright. Alrighty. Go ahead and show you that. And this is how our steak should be looking at that point. Alright, and our bread should be about done, so let's go ahead and scoop that up here. Oh yeah! Alright. Now we get to the fun part. Assembling the Churrasco Sandwich. Alright, so we've already got our toasted bread with cheese on it, pepper jack cheese to be exact. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a fork here. Now, I really wanna just kind of pile this on here. I may not be able to get this as big as I wanted just because I think I might have underestimated just how much beef I was going to be generating from these, but that's still looking pretty dang good if I do say so myself. Then I'm going to add a little palta, as they call it. Put that on there. Okay, kind of crumbly here, but that is a-okay. All right. And you know what? I wasn't gonna put mayo on this, but well, you know what? Let's go ahead and put at least a little bit on one side here. All right. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put tomato on there. myself a little bit more bubbly. I find Pepsi goes with a good cafe experience. One cafe I ate at was really nice because it had this open patio that was in there, and then the food was just served right inside. Okay, and that is our sandwich. I'm gonna go ahead and top it off now. Oh, that cheese! The cheese! It's gooey. Oh man, and I've still got a bunch to make another one once this video's over with. But yeah, so this let's go ahead and give an aerial view of that. This is my Churrasco steak sandwich, and it looks good. It looks really good. I mean, holy cow, man. You know, one of these days I may just end up opening up my own food truck. Who knows? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best thing I've made so far. Oh, go ahead and get a little light in here. All right. Now, I realized during my last video that the point of a food video should be about the food and not about the fat guy eating them. So I'm gonna make sure I rectify that this time. First, I need to cut this thing in two with this nice little knife that I've got. Alright, so let's go ahead and let us observe the tastiness. Okay. Slightly elevated view here. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and slice this up here. Oh, yeah! Oh, man. This knife is super sharp. When I first bought it, it sliced up the part of the holster that it was in as I was taking it out. So this thing's like super sharp. Oh man, you know what would really make this though? If I had some French fries and some fry sauce, which is just ketchup and mayo mixed together. That would be fantastic. But I don't have that, so let's go ahead and look at this again. Oh yes. Now, see that there? Let me just give you a better look at that. Guys, I am telling you, learn how to make stuff like this and you will never ever go hungry. Now, let's go ahead and take a bite here. This amazing sandwich. It's just, I mean, it's just positively dripping with goodness here. All right, let's see. Oh man. Now this, my friends, is a sandwich. Pepper jack adds a nice little spice to it, and then it's offset with a kind of nice little sour twang of the lemon juice and salt. Oh man, and the French bread just really brings it all home. Oh man. Oh man. And in case any of you ladies are wondering, I am in fact single, so. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna finish this off. I mean, and look at it, look how perfect this is. Let me get a little closer there. I mean, this is just a solid lump of flavor. I was gonna add sauerkraut on here too, But I think it's much better without sauerkraut. Mmm. 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 And guys, you know, it takes a little prep work to get this thing ready. Mmm. Mmm. But man, when it's your day off, you got time to cook, and you just, you know, it's just, I don't know. I mean, everything else aside, if you like good food, this is the way you need to, to go about it. Because the foundation of Chilean food is keep it simple. You know, don't worry about being the next, you know, Gordon Ramsay or anything like that. Just, you know, just enjoy life. Just enjoy the good food. Good food, good company. That's why I always thought that in Lord of the Rings, hobbits were the only smart people. Because they didn't look to get rich. They weren't looking to be the next, you know, poets or emperors or anything like that. They went out, they worked, they lived life, and just, you know, ate good food, drank good drinks, and enjoyed each other's company. One of these days, I'm gonna have to make this for you know, more of my family. But anyway, so that'll be it for this video today. Let me just go ahead and look y'all in the eye here. Hopefully I'm not too greasy. Nope. All right. Well, anyway, well, y'all, I had a blast making this video, and I had a blast eating this sandwich because so good. So if you guys do try this recipe out for yourselves, go ahead and let me know in the comments how it went and, you know, maybe what kind of improvements I can make to it. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and make me another one. I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you later.